Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another exciting design tutorial with UXmate. Today we are going to learn how to create a real-time input keyboard in Figma using variables. Yes. So let's jump into the tutorial and get started with it. Before that, make sure you already subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon next to it, because if you're not doing that, you're going to miss a lot of exciting design content which we are going to upload in near future. Yes, so till then, keep watching, keep learning, keep designing, and let's get started with the tutorial. So as always, I have a basic setup here, nothing fancy. I just have created a couple of screens, and I have an input field here. Probably I'll just add it to dial number. Okay. And I'll just align it to the center, and I'll have center aligned input field. Okay. So what we have to do now is we have to create the variables, which is going to be the crucial, or the key part of this tutorial, because we are going to store the data which user is going to type in the variables, right? So let's go to the local variables and let's start creating the variables. First we'll need a variable to store the actual dialed number, right? So we'll create a variable, and which is going to be a string variable, because the number, or the users, the input which users are going to add, those are going to be stored as string, right? Not necessarily we are just doing the numbers here. The same method can be applied with the alphabets as well, right? So let's give it dialed, or I'll say input number for now. Okay, and I'll have this as a empty value by default. Okay, now let's create one more variable which is going to which we are going to use to check the length, or the maximum length of the input number. So just create a variable which is going to be a number in this case, and we'll say length, L-E-N-G-T-H. Okay. Yes, so we have length, and by default we'll start with 0, and we will keep appending it as and when user is typing something. Okay. So basic part, the basic setup is done. Now we'll create the interactions which are required to make this functional, right? Let's first close this, and let's go to the prototype tab and select all the keys. Okay, and then create an interaction here, and this interaction is going to be on click, and what we are going to do is we are going to use a conditional behavior, because we have to keep on checking if the length is less than 10 always, right? So let's create a conditional behavior and create our first block. If length is less than, you can use less than or equal to as well. Let's use less than for now, just keep it simple. And if length is less than 10, what we have to do is we have to basically add the typed input to the dialed number variable, right? So click on the add action in the if block only. Make sure you are doing it in the if block, not in the else block, because first it checks the condition in the if the condition is satisfying, it will execute the if block. If condition is not satisfying, then only the program will go to the else block. Okay, so make sure you are adding your actions in the if block only. Add action. Okay, and this time we are going to use set variable, and we are going to use the input number variable plus input number. We are going to set variable input number to input number plus, and we are going to append that the string in it. Okay, I'll just keep it the empty string for now, and we'll do it one by one for all of the numbers, right? Okay, so first part is done, where we are going to set the numbers. Now next part is we have to keep on appending the length variable, right? Because as of now it is 0, and which has to be appended with each and every input action, right? So let's add another action. Don't do it in the else block, right? Click on this plus, add a different set of action which is going to be set variable, and what we have to do is we have to use length, and then length plus 1. So what we have to do, we have to use length, set variable length plus 1, right? which is going to be constant in each key, right? So whenever user is hitting any of the key, we are going to set the variable dialed number, or in the input number in our case, and then we are going to add 1 to the length variable, right? So we are done with the second part of the tutorial. So next thing is we have to change the conditions for each and every keyword, right? So as of now, we have created a basic the global scenario. Now we'll go to each and every button individually, and we have to do it manually. There's no automation as of now, but yes, we have to do it. We have to go to the if block, and then within the quotes we have to add the dedicated number. So in this case, we are doing it for 0 1, so we'll add 1 here, right? Now let's do it for the 2. In this case, go to the if block, within the quotes add 2. Okay, go to the third one, again within the quotes add 3. For the 4th, go to the quotes add 4th. I'll just fast forward this, and it is just the repetitive thing in which you guys can do it yourself as well. And last, for the 0, we'll do it same way. If length is less than 10, input number plus 0. Okay, so we have our base structure is ready, and now the last thing of the tutorial. So last thing what we have to do is we have to assign the dial number variable to this input field, or the input text. So how can we do is select the text, go to the design tab, and click on this add apply variable button, and select the input number. So as of now, we have created a default value of a empty string. That's why it has removed everything, and it is just as a empty string. Now we'll create a prototype, and we'll test this. Sometimes Figma doesn't load prototypes in the nested panel, so sometimes we have to go to the dedicated prototype tab. But yes, anyways, Figma is improving day by day. But yeah, so now we are good to test our prototype. Let's see if it is working. Great, it is working. 1 9 8 7 6 5 4 0 3 2 1. Okay, it won't add because we are done with the 10 digits, right? So now if you see, it is not adding any numbers to the dialed number, right? Because we have set the limit in this. I hope guys you enjoyed this video, and if that, then hit the like button, and don't forget to add the comments, because your feedback is going to help us to improve and to bring the latest content to you. And your one like is definitely going to help us to get a good or share some good signals to the YouTube algorithm, which will help me to boost the views and the subscriber count definitely. And also make sure you already subscribed to the channel. If not, then do it right now, because you are not going to receive the notifications if you are not subscribing and hitting the bell icon next to it. And if you miss any of the notifications of our future upload, definitely you are going to miss a lot of exciting content. Yes, so till then, keep watching, keep learning, keep designing. Let's catch up in the next video.